today we'll perform experiment of measurement of viscosity of given oil by using Redwood viscometer. This is our experimental setup which is called as the Redwood viscometer. So I will explain you first of all the components of Redwood viscometer. So it consists of this central jar where we have to pour the oil for which viscosity is to be measured, and this is the ball valve which need to be kept here so that oil will not go down directly. When we want to measure the oil in this 50 cc container, at that time we'll lift this ball valve and we'll measure how much time is required to collect 50 cc oil at this location. So in this Redwood viscometer, this central jar is covered with some water. So here in this portion we'll add water, and that water can be heated with the help of heater connected to this. This is the thermostat by using which we can control the heating and we can heat the water. Ultimately we are heating the oil. This heating is required because we'll measure the viscosity of given oil at different temperatures, and we'll also see whether there is any change in the viscosity of oil with respect to temperature. For measurement of temperature of oil, we have a thermometer, and here arrangement is provided so that this thermometer can be inserted here and we can measure the temperature of given oil. This experiment can be performed in two ways. Initially, we can measure how much time is required to collect 50 cc oil here at room temperature, and then we go on increasing the temperature in some known steps like 5 or 10 degrees Celsius rise we can go on doing with the temperature of oil, and at this 5-7 readings we'll measure how much time is required and ultimately we'll calculate the velocity. Or what we can do, initially we'll heat the oil up to 80 or 90 degrees Celsius, then we'll take the first reading, then we'll wait for some time till the temperature decreases. The next reading will take around at approximately 70 degrees Celsius, then 60, 50, 40 and room temperature. So ultimately we are measuring the viscosity of oil at all these temperatures. Now here you can see we have not added oil and nothing is there. So we'll start the experiment. So the initially here we have taken some oil randomly for which we are going to measure the viscosity. This is the castor oil available in the market which we have brought for this experiment. So we'll add this oil in the Redwood viscometer. We need to ensure that this ball valve is in its position so that oil will not come out. Along with the Redwood viscometer, there are some other devices are also available which measures the viscosity of fluids. So I will add some more oil. Here we have one more bottle of oil. Okay. So their marking is provided up to which we have to add the oil. Here you can see this is the marking provided. Okay, so up to this level we have to add the oil in the Redwood viscometer. We are not adding it randomly. Yes, sufficient. So up to this marking provided, we have filled it with the oil. Now we have to add water in the side container which ultimately heats the oil. This arrangement is there so that there should be even heating of the oil. Instead of giving the connection of heater directly to the oil, we have given it to the water. We are going to heat the water first. See, the water heating coil is sufficiently inside the water. Still we can have some more. so that the oil up to highest level can be heated. Now we'll start the thermostat. Initially it is in the off position, so like on the main switch. The light glows here, you can adjust it. The light glows here, which shows that we have started the heating the oil, and this is the thermometer, which I will keep it here inside oil, which will give us the temperature. There is a cover also provided so that we can close it. Yes. And you can see some fins are provided to this outer cover, so it will act as a stirrer also. So when I rotate it like this, so it will act like a stirrer, and which maintains temperature throughout the oil same. Now, as we have decided to increase the temperature first to the highest level, and then subsequent readings we have to take at lower temperatures step by step, we'll wait till the temperature of oil will become around 80 to 90 degrees Celsius. There is no fixed value we have decided. So we have decided only up to 80 to 90 degrees Celsius when temperature will come, then we'll take first reading. So it's almost been 15 to 20 minutes. Now I can see here the temperature is around 87 degrees Celsius. Okay, so I will make off the heater also, that sufficient temperature is reached, and now at this temperature I will take the reading. The reading here means here I have to measure how much time is required to fill 50 cc oil in this measuring flask. So I have used stirrer and ensure that the temperature everywhere in the oil is same. Now I am removing this cover, I will keep it aside, and I will lift this wall, and I will also ensure that oil is exactly dripping inside this container. So here there is a provision so that I can keep this wall, and here you can see the oil start dripping inside this measuring flask. I have also started stopwatch in the same mobile so that I can note down how much time is required to fill it up to 50 cc. The markings are provided. Once I came to know this time in seconds, I will use the formula nu means kinematic viscosity. Initially we will get the kinematic viscosity, which is equal to 0.0026 into T. T means time in second required to complete this 50 cc jar, minus 1.175 divided by T. This formula we will use to find out the kinematic viscosity given in the manufacturer's manual, and similar procedure will repeat for the different temperatures. Now this we are doing it for 87 degrees Celsius. So next around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius less temperatures once it is decreased. So second, third, fourth, such type of 5 readings we will take, so that we will also get idea whether the viscosity of oil will go on increasing or decreasing, or whether it will remain constant with temperature. From kinematic viscosity of the oil, which we can get from the formula, we will also find out the dynamic or absolute viscosity by using the formula. We know kinematic viscosity is equal to dynamic viscosity upon density of the oil. So density of the oil can be measured by measuring the weight of this 50 cc oil with jar and the empty jar. We can also find out the density. We have weighing machine with us to find out that. Once we know the density, we'll convert this kinematic viscosity into dynamic viscosity also. Thank you.